Welcome back to Duke's Theater, and today we are doing our top 5 movies of 2024. And like we did last year, we're all picking different movies, but since we held the number one top one, we're technically doing a top 6.
Yeah, so there will be, you'll get the top 16 movies of the year. Kick us off, Blaine.
Blaine, yeah, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Wild Robot.
Why do you like it?
I think the experience was a little rough, but like looking back on that, the painting and everything about it was just beautiful and stunning, and it had a solid message.
All right,
cool.
Well, you want to actually make it next?
I can go next.
Yeah.
My number 6 is Nosferatu. Jack and I just saw this yesterday morning. Had a good time. Yeah, it's a Dracula story, so if you know Dracula, you'll know the movie, but incredibly shot.
It's a family Christmas movie.
For the kids.
For the kids.
What's your number 6, Jack?
My number 6 is, it's a really long title, Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1, which is the Kevin Costner, I'm not going to do Yellowstone, so I'm going to make a Western movie, and it did really bad, so they canceled the next 4 or 3 currently.
Wait, so it's in your top and it doesn't even have a climax.
No, it's definitely a big old setup, part 1, 3-hour Western.
Wait,
All right.
why is it in your top?
I like Westerns, I like Kevin Costner, I'm watching Yellowstone, so I really like it. It is, it's my 5. This is not a good year for movies.
Fair enough. Blaine,
Okay.
number 5.
Number 5 is Young Woman and the Sea. I love my true story, Do the Impossible. She was the first woman to cross the English Channel. Great movie. I loved it. I love that type of shit. Sorry. No swearing.
You already did earlier.
When?
Literally 3 seconds in the video.
Kick us off, Blaine.
Blaine, yeah, what's your number 5?
Oh, shit. I was thinking top to bottom, so I had my top in my head. I was going to say the wrong one. Okay. Did it really?
I don't know, man. Okay, my number 5. My number 5 is Honora, Sean Baker's film. Honora that won Sundance, right? Or Cannes. One of them. It won a thing, and it's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I'm stealing your time. My number 5 now is Fly Me to the Moon with Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, okay.
I had so much fun with this.
All right.
It is one of those movies that Apple is currently making to just have movies, and it looks like one of those movies that you would see in a movie because of how generic it looks. But I had a good time with it. Channing Tatum plays like a NASA guy, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a big old mean NASA guy," and Scarlett Johansson's like, "I am marketing," and that is the movie, and I liked it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
and they might fall in love or something.
Maybe.
Blaine, your number 4.
Inside Out 2 was my number 4, guys. I think they did a great job with the sequel. It's not as good as the first one, never is, but I thought they continued it well, and I enjoyed the new emotions and how they portrayed them. So, and I like how they handled anxiety.
My number 4 is Thelma. It's a small, quaint little film about an old lady who gets scammed, and gosh darn it, she's going to get her money back. And it's just a cute little film. I saw it in the theater with my grandma, so maybe it hit a little harder for me. But it was cool. It was a cool film.
I was gonna say I watched that yesterday. That was a blast.
Yeah,
that
it's
was
a
a
fun little
blast.
film that I bet nobody else is going to spotlight. So I feel like, I don't know, I liked it.
I need to go see that.
My number 4 is Bike Riders, or The Bike Riders, with Tom Hardy, and he's doing another accent. I like motorcycles, and I like those types of kind of drawn out, movies that kind of dive into the worlds of stuff, and they kind of break down the different, feelings that people have and how the systems work. So it's the Godfather of motorcycles, but it's not even close to being as good as The Godfather.
Okay.
Vroom, vroom.
I don't know about that, but okay.
That was a sentence. It's my list. It's the right list.
All right, so my number 3.
You're number 3. Your official number 3.
Twisters, baby. Oh my goodness. Amazing. It was one of the best theater experiences of the year. Me and my dad went, wasn't expecting much, and it was just well done, a blast, simple plot, so much fun. So much fun.
My number 3 is The Substance. This movie is crazy. I don't know if you can oversell how crazy it goes, but it's nuts, and you got to watch it. Yeah, it's a horror movie, but it's about something, and I find it very engaging and fun.
My number 3 is the best Christmas pageant ever.
What?
And it was so delightful. I loved it. It's based on a little children's book that I've never read, and I watched it, and it's just about, it's kind of like, it's got the Christmas Story vibe to it, but it is like there's like some rambunctious children, and they don't know, they're like the bad kids, but then they sign up to be like in this nativity show at the local church, and then they try to make the kids good, and it's very nice and pleasant, and I enjoyed it a lot.
That's fun.
Nice.
And Blaine, you're number 2.
Furiosa. 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 Furiosa.
That's a good one.
It was so good. And then Chris Hemsworth as Dementus, just an awful person, but just an amazing portrayal of like the craziness of the world. Oh, it was so good. I wasn't expecting much from a prequel, but they pulled it off.
My number 2 is Dune Part 2. Crazy, crazy movie. One of the best sci-fi movies in the past, probably this century so far, from 2000 on. I think the 2 Dunes are incredible.
My number 2 is Kneecap. Kneecap, it's an Irish movie. It is awesome, and it is about these 2 absolute just gutter guys, and they are into Irish propaganda, and they're trying to get like their native language to be as one of the 2 nations' main languages. And they team up with this teacher guy, and he's kind of got the Walter White vibes of he does drugs with them and stuff. And then they do some raps, and they do raps in the native Irish language, and the cops are like, you can't be doing that, and then they beat them up.
Are we ready for the number 1 movie of 2024?
Yes. It's Hundreds of Beavers.
Beavers.
Which technically came out 2 years ago.
Sort of, but it got a wide release this year, and it's important enough that we are counting it this year because, my gosh, what a film. Just made by a teeny tiny little team in the woods of Wisconsin, and it's a laugh a minute, but all the jokes build on each other. I've watched it maybe 4 or 5 times this year, and every time it just keeps getting funnier.
Because you introduced that to me, and then we showed it to Blaine, and then we filmed a video on it,
and then we lost
and
the
then we lost the audio. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, the gags in it, it's not even that it's silly and funny, it's smart. It's smart more than anything else.
Yeah, you can tell they actually know what they're doing, and they appreciate making films.
That's our top 5s. I guess top 6s, technically.
Yeah, so you get 16 movies to add to your watch list if you haven't seen them.
Yeah, what's your list?
Thank you for watching, and let us know your list in the comments. Bye.